Sorry, turn my lamp on. What's up, this is Lizardmen here. Welcome back to more Overlord. Last time we left off, so the 7 tribes got together. The green, not all 7 tribes, but so far the 3 tribes have gotten together: Green Claw, Red Eye, and Dragon Tusk. So we met where is he? Ziburu. Again, I keep butchering that names. I'm sorry, but he's a monk. Reshu Shasha. Again, I'm sorry for butchering these names. Okay, I'm terrible with names, but I love the characters so far. But Kuroshi, she is she's an albino. She's also the chief of the Red Eye, and she's a druid. So, but Rishu is an outlaw. So, which is pretty interesting. But and he has this weapon called Frostpaint, which is able to deflect enemy attacks, and if they punch it or even touch it, they will become frostbite. So that was pretty interesting, and that's basically all he missed. There was also a nice battle between the Army of the Dead and the Lizard people, and that was a cool fight. That was an interesting one. So, but I still need. I'm not sure if this is between Kokaitis and Jokaitis and where is he? Demir's. I'm not sure if this is their plan or is this also Ainz's plan? Like, does Ainz know anything about this, or is it just between Kokaitis and Demir's? I don't really know. But we also got introduced to a penguin, and I forgot what his name was, but that's kind of weird. So, that's pretty much all I missed. Let's get into this reaction of Overlord.
To our glorious victory and to the ancestor spirits!
I fought Frostpain. Even knew about that fancy ability it has.
Icy Burst, you mean. The ability's strong, but has limited uses.
Even me knew that. Yeah, okay, but did you know the weapon also has the power to protect its user from the most extreme cold possible?
It's not without its drawbacks, though.
Drawback or no, that do-or-die maneuver wouldn't have worked without Frostpain's protection. He's an amazing warrior.
Yeah, proud to call him brother.
Oh,
You do
joy.
well, too. Thanks for having us back.
Oh, I like that
So,
thing.
it's back to life as usual?
Doubtful. It's far more likely that we've pissed off this Great One and they'll decide to attack us personally.
Then why isn't your brother living it up with the rest of us?
Last I checked, he was still asleep. He and Crush were pretty exhausted. We should let them rest for a while longer.
Don't be an idiot. We both know rest ain't what's happening at that tent.
Don't make a nuisance of yourself, you hear?
Let's get it. Morning. Or night or whatever.
Hey, how's the baby making?
Alright. Chapter 4, Army of Death. But if you guys can hear that rumbling outside, sorry, it's pouring outside.
So swiftly, my faithful guardians. We have much to cover. Victim, come forward.
Victim?
Take a moment to introduce yourself to
I
the
guess that's a
others.
quick...
It's a pleasure to meet all of you. I am Victim.
Though you guard the 8th floor, that is not the reason I've called you here. We have yet to identify
She's
Shell's
another
powerful
guardian?
assailant.
On
I
the
doubt we
8th
have
floor.
seen the last of them, and must consider future incidents. Therefore, to protect all of the guardians, myself and Nazarick, I must use a powerful skill that is only invoked by your death. I am sorry. Though I will bring you back to life right away, I hope you can forgive me.
Do not let it bother you, Lord Ainz. Death is my purpose, what I was born for. If dying would be of use to a supreme being, and the tomb as a whole, nothing would give
I think
me
it's so
greater joy.
creepy.
There is a motto our members often lived by. I'm reminded of it now. Greater love hath no man than this, that he laid down his life for his friends. Truly a sublime expression. One that I believe fits you perfectly. I am grateful for your love.
Your words are more than I deserve.
Next up, Demiurge.
Lord?
First, allow me to honor you. You always answer my calls with haste.
You are too generous, Lord. It is expected of me, just as it is for all of your humble servants.
Indeed. I've inspected the sheepskin parchment you provided. It is evident they will stand up to
Sheepskin?
use as low-tier scrolls. Can I count on
Okay.
a stable supply of it?
Yes, that will not be a problem, Lord. I have acquired an ample number of them.
I see. What is the name of the beasts you've been harvesting?
Their name? Ah. Would Abelion sheep suffice? The skin is similar, as is their role in
I'm
your
going
conquest.
sheep.
Sheep, huh? Interesting.
So the beasts are actually chimeras, or rather,
Chimera.
subspecies. In Yggdrasil, chimeras had the head of a lion and a goat, and their tails
Yep.
were snakes. You must think that a
That's
beast
true.
with sheep mixed in is something different.
It's a mix
I
between
think
different
Abelion
breeds.
goat would be better. But very well. Continue your work.
It's basically a mutant
Now,
anyway.
Shaltir,
Yes, Lord.
regarding the splinter in your soul,
Please, Master. I can't reconcile the shame of my sin with the honor of my position as guardian. I beg of you, punish me for the reprehensible monster that I am.
all right. I will settle on one later. Lastly, Cocytus.
My boy.
You ended in defeat.
Yes, Lord. I am terribly sorry for my offense. I have dishonored Nazarick. I was
Cocytus, look your master in the eye when begging forgiveness.
Of course, sorry.
I'm curious. Why do you think you were beaten?
Lord Ainz, I cannot begin to atone for losing the army you entrusted to me.
Enough. Let me make this perfectly clear. I don't intend to punish you harshly for this defeat. The reason being that everyone makes mistakes. I don't care who they are. That goes for me as well. That being said, I would like to know how you could have won.
I should have acted more cautiously. I underestimated the Lizardmen's resourcefulness.
Yes, you did. Never underrate someone, no matter how weak they are.
That's true.
Is there anything
I
else?
dealt that in Skyrim multiple
I think
times.
I may have had
And Fallout
insufficient
4.
information. The enemy's strength, the topography. I realized that without considering such factors, my chance of victory was lowered regardless. A lack of commanders was also a problem. Since my soldiers were low-level
Oh,
undead,
sweet.
I should have placed those with the ability to lead in as needed.
Anything else?
Apologies, my lord. That is all I can think of for the moment.
Outstanding! Except for the Elder Lich, all losses were inconsequential. Their demise has absolutely no effect on Nazarick's power. And considering what one of my guardians has learned from this, I'd say we've gained.
Your benevolence knows no bounds, my lord.
Hold on. The fact remains that you lost. For that, you must be punished. Cocytus, you will personally mop up that sludge by exterminating the Lizardmen. In this time, you will rely on no one but yourself.
Ooh, damn.
Fantastic!
I really want to see this guy fight. I'm not
We
even
will
kidding
expunge
you.
his sin and the Lizardmen
I'm really
in one
excited to see
fell
this guy
swoop.
fight.
You truly are a supreme being.
Lord Ainz. I must humbly make a request. Please, Lord, hear me out.
You have brought defeat and disgrace to the glory of Nazarick, and now dare to petition our
Request.
master? You forget your place, worm. Insolence!
It's fine, Albedo. You've surprised me, Cocytus, and piqued my interest. Lift your head and make your request. Don't keep me waiting. I simply wish to know your mind. Speak up and let it be known to all.
I am against exterminating the Lizardmen. I beg you, Lord Ainz, show them mercy.
The nerve of you! Do you realize you're challenging the Supreme One's will?
Albedo, do not get in the middle of this.
I beg your pardon. Please
Yeah,
forgive
that's what I was saying. Like, can
I
you
am
just summon the dead
intrigued.
for the people,
You must have
for the
a
lizard
pretty
people who are
reason
dead
for
already?
making this
Can you just do
request.
that?
Something that will benefit the great tomb of Nazarick and its denizens. Tell me what it is.
Yes, Lord. There is a chance that valiant warriors will appear among the Lizardmen tribes. It is my judgment that it would be far more beneficial to have them pledge their loyalty to Nazarick, make them our subordinates.
That is indeed a convincing proposal. If we were to use the Lizardman corpses to breed undead, I'm not convinced they would be much stronger than if we used human corpses. As such, I see no reason to insist on using them for that purpose.
In that case,
however, it would be more cost-effective to use undead created by me than to leave the Lizardmen alive and rule over them.
Oh.
If you can think of any other benefits, now is the time to voice them.
Well...
How about it, Cocytus? If you have nothing more, then you won't mind exterminating them, yes? I see. That's too bad.
Lord Ainz.
Speak, Demiurge.
Lord, instead of zombies, what if we used the Lizardmen in a governability experiment?
Interesting. Continue.
Yes, the time will likely come when we will be handling different races simultaneously. Why not practice? We could use the Lizardmen to that end, work out the kinks, and find a means other than fear to govern with for when the time comes.
So we do a test.
A terrific suggestion, Demiurge.
Thank you very much.
We will then accept Demiurge's proposal and shift from exterminating the Lizardmen to occupying them.
Lord!
Demiurge, I am
So he's gonna
impressed.
have a test.
I appreciate the praise, Lord, but I'm sure you were already aware of my proposal before I even thought of it. You were simply
Sorry,
waiting
Lizard
for
Drive.
Cocytus, yes?
You give me far too much credit. All I wanted was for him to display his own thinking, no matter what it might have been. Listen well, my guardians. Orders are not infallible law that you must blindly obey and carry out. You must carefully consider them before you act. Always aim for the greatest benefit to Nazarick.
We will.
Consequently, we must change your punishment, Cocytus. You will govern the Lizardmen and instill everlasting loyalty towards Nazarick within their hearts. Rule through fear is forbidden.
As you wish, Lord. I swear on my life to live up to the great mercy you have shown me, even if it takes me an eternity.
It's time to move out, my guardians. I want one team as a decoy, and another to flaunt our power to the Lizardmen. We'll put on one hell of a show. Albedo, make ready your soldiers. Activate Gargantua as well.
By your
Gargantua.
command, Lord. About the decoy. I'm assuming that someone has enjoyed peeking on us lately. So you're sending out this dummy unit to keep our true intentions hidden for the time being?
That is correct.
Very good, Lord.
All right, it's time to get moving.
Demiurge, you have my gratitude.
Please, there's no need for that, Cocytus. For you see, this is probably the outcome Lord Ainz wanted all along.
Huh? You mean everything that's transpired has done so according to his design?
I should have known that was the case! But if so, does that... well, I mean, I could be wrong about this, but did Lord Ainz assume that Cocytus would lose from the get-go?
Not so much lose, perhaps. He may have been hoping Cocytus would probe the Lizardmen's strength and ask for reinforcements rather than blindly follow his orders.
Well, that's our Lord Ainz for you. 10 steps ahead of the rest. No wonder he assumed the role of Guildmaster for the Supreme Ones. Truly, no one was more deserving of the throne.
You okay, buddy? Is he okay?
That was friggin' epic! Cocytus totally took me by surprise! In Yggdrasil, if you do anything you don't have the skills for, you're screwed! But if Cocytus can gain tactics and strategies from this experience, that just goes to prove that everyone has a massive potential for growth! However, growth means change. If my guardian skills can change over time, who's to say their loyalties can't do the same? Oh, that's a scary thought. I wonder if there's anyone around who can teach me kingcraft.
I suppose it's about time I got ready to move out.
Can I talk? I know it's gonna happen. She's gonna come in and she.
Perfume onto my bed sheets. Perhaps this is what the wealthy are used to. If
No.
so, I should keep that in
No,
mind.
dude.
It could come in handy.
He doesn't
pretending
know.
to be rich.
Oh my
I knew
god.
this
I
might
was gonna say,
happen,
I was just thinking that
not this
Albedo was gonna
soon.
transport herself into that room, and
Impossible.
you know,
I noticed it.
try to
Every one of them is
try to
built
mate
with
with him.
magic equipment.
You know, damn.
Mythical undead army.
Those are pretty cool. But
How'd the wind get cold so suddenly?
yeah, I'm surprised. Thank God he doesn't know that Albedo was in his room.
The only thing that could change the air like this is control weather. 6th tier magic.
You're sure about that? Oh, so this must be the power of the Great One we keep hearing about.
Remain calm! Don't let fear rule you, brave warriors. The ancestors are watching. Don't think or do anything that would cause them to hang their heads in shame. What do you think?
They're making their move, but it doesn't look like battle preparations.
Then what's the point of this?
There he is, the man himself. That's so cool.
Is that the ruler of death?
Kind of. He's using his super tier magic.
What is that, Crush?
I don't know. It's completely new to me.
That's cool.
Everyone to higher ground!
Damn.
I'm guessing we can be sure this is the Great One after that little display.
Most likely.
Well, I'm sold. We don't stand a chance against this thing. Might as well be dung beetles from where he's standing.
Am I hallucinating? What is that thing?
Is that the gargantuan? Damn. That thing was awesome.
Hold on.
I'm confused what he's doing. Made stairs for him? Sure. That's cool and cool.
Is this a royal procession?
That's kinda cool. Did he just transport his throne? Or did he just make one?
We carry a decree from the Great One. Our glorious master wishes to converse with you. Let your delegates step forward and receive your judgment. Know that time wasted is displeasing to the Great One. Do so at your own peril.
Cool.
Oh, he used all those monsters just so he could invite us to speak with him.
That's crazy.
My brother. Will you walk with me?
Zariusu,
Don't worry. I'll be back.
you better be.
Thanks for this.
I would never let you go alone, brother. Besides, they might take a single delegate as an insult. And if he decides to make an example of us, our newly formed tribe will only have lost one leader and a lowly traveler. I'm fine with that.
I'm Shasuryu Shasha, representative of the Lizardmen. This is our mightiest warrior as well as the one I call brother.
Zariusu Shasha!
Pathetic as expected. Demiurge, please teach these lower life forms the proper posture to adopt before our master.
Prostrate yourselves. Do not resist.
Damn. Those
Lord
gravity
Ainz,
magic?
I believe they are ready to listen now.
Good work.
Alright.
Lift up their heads.
You are permitted to gaze upon the Great One.
I am the master of the great tomb of Nazarick, Ainz. First, I shall express my gratitude to you for assisting in my experiment. Now, on to the main subject. Your race will fall under my rule.
Is it weird that just as he did that, it
I am sure
started
that you
pouring
do
even
not wish
heavier
to
now?
come under the rule of someone against
Is that
whom you
weird?
have so
Or is that just
recently
like
achieved
perfect timing? I
victory.
think it's perfect timing.
Thus, in 4
Yeah,
hours,
as
I will attack
left eye
again.
dinged it, it
The
started
attacker
pouring
will be
even
one of
more.
my most trusted aides, Cocytus, on his own. If you are able to prevail against him as well, then I promise to leave your people alone in peace from this day forward.
We surrender!
I prefer you fight instead of giving up without trying. That would displease me.
He's toying with us.
My
Yeah, pretty
business
much.
here is done. You have 4 hours. I suggest you use them well.
If I may ask, will this ice melt away?
That's right. Fear not, I simply did not want to dirty myself with your mud. I will dispel my magic's effect later. Farewell, Lizardmen. Gate.
Till next time, if you live.
See ya! Try not to get killed out there. Please take care of yourselves, I guess.
I bid you farewell.
You are now free to move. Do try to enjoy your last few hours, okay?
They gave them a message and they said, "Hey, good luck, bye everyone, I love you."
Feels
pretty
like
funny.
a ritual sacrifice.
I still don't get what.
So,
I
what's the
still don't know
plan?
what Victim
We'll
is.
call every warrior class
And
Lizardman
it's
to
a
arms
guardian,
at once. With all of
apparently.
us, we just might.
Could I ask that it just be 5 of us? If their goal is to demonstrate their overwhelming power, they are unlikely to kill us all.
Oh, yeah,
Especially if
definitely.
they want to rule us. If that's the case, we will need a central figure for the survivors to rally around.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not bored this
but
episode. I'm recording this late at night, and I'm
Won't be
kind of
me.
tired. I have a
I
big day
must go
tomorrow.
down fighting.
Well, if this
Then
way doesn't
that's
go
what
away,
we'll do.
then
And Crush will lead the survivors.
Just a minute. I'm fighting too. Zaryusu,
Do you know how
are
to
you
fight?
willing to be a martyr now?
Because our people have been given a chance at living.
I'll let the 2 of you work this thing out.
okay.
See you all in 4 hours.
Yep.
Crush. Understand.
There's no way that I could. We could still win after all. My powers could keep you alive until we grasp victory.
I refuse to let the female I love die like that. Would you please grant this foolish male his dying wish?
That's not fair.
Sorry.
You know, you'll probably die out there.
Yeah.
And you're asking me to sit back and watch it happen. After we've become so attached to one another.
Yeah.
I'm so happy we met Zaryusu. But also sad.
Interesting episode. Oh wait, no. What are you doing? Is this still going? Why are you still going? Oh, is it still on credits? Scene, I guess.
Impregnate me.
Okay, it just stops right there. Okay, it just ends with there. Impregnate me. Okay. Interesting episode. So, victim. I have no idea what this thing is, but it's a guardian. I have no idea what's capable of, what its ability is. It's just there. Was victim just created in this episode, or was it just roaming around the palace before? I forgot what the name was. But if the victim was just created, cool. We have a new guardian. But if not, and I think it's been around before. I think it's weird. Don't know. I like the design on it, but Victim, I'm not. I'm not gonna call it. It's just weird. It's weird looking. It's a little freaky, but it's cool. I guess I don't even know. But so it turns out they use sheepskin to make scrolls. This whole thing was not really well. This is kind of a test in a way. Demirs has gravity magic, I guess, and dude, the gargantuan. I think is number one huge, cool looking, and also very very powerful. Wow. Um. So Chimera, the Demirs was or I was talking about the Chimeras before. If you guys didn't know what Chimera is, it's basically a mutant. It's literally a mix. They legit mix the genes of different animals and put into one animal, and if it transforms into a new kind of species, and and it's very very powerful and like just looks all new. That's basically what a chimera is. It's basically a mutant. So a licht. I know. I don't think we were introduced to licht before, or the licht before. Oh no, the licht is the skeleton guy. Never mind. But so far, I think my favorite. I think my favorite moment in the episode I would say, well, Gargantuan, yes. Number two, Ainz didn't realize why it smelled like perfume. Yeah, Albedo was on your bed, dude, with um, I wrote down, I think it was like a full-size body pillow of Ainz, which was pretty funny to me. So, and guys, that's basically it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Give this video if you guys enjoyed it. Comment down below if you want to see next. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see y'all in a brand new video. Peace.